Yo, you already know what it is. You are listening to The Urban Product. It's your boy DME. And for this episode, and I think for the first time since this podcast has started, I am running the show on my own. Everybody's sick. I just recovered from being sick. It's flu season. Everything's going around. I've been saying since COVID started, whole life, never got it. And to this day, no matter how sick I get, I will continue to say that I do not have COVID. Mad people try to put that shit on me earlier when I was sick, and I'm like, nah, it's impossible. I can't catch that shit. And then when I went back to the doctors, they were like, yeah, you don't have COVID. And I'm like, word. So these people are really trying to negatively put that shit on me like I got. It's literally at this point, it's like catching an STD. When people tell you that you're dirty and you got like COVID, you feel a type of way. You don't want anybody putting that shit on you. So, hey, if you feeling under the weather, drink some tea, put some honey in that bitch, because that's the only way I can drink my tea. And, you know, get better, and we'll get through this winter before getting too crazy. Just want to shout out Kat. She's in the studio holding me down for this episode, so I'm not feeling too lonely out here. Thank you. I appreciate you. If everybody was here this week, they would have wanted me to touch on the topic that everyone was talking about within the past couple of days. I feel like by the time this episode comes out, it would have been old news, so it doesn't really matter. But I'll touch on it for a little bit, I guess. So if you don't know what I'm talking about right now, a few days ago, there was an incident on IG Live with everyone's favorite troublemaker, DaBaby. Him and his baby mother, who is also an artist. She goes by the name of DaniLeigh. They had a child together, and a couple of days ago over IG, they had an argument. They were on IG Live. Apparently, DaBaby was kicking DaniLeigh out of his house with their child. He was calling her, nasty words. He was calling her crazy. He was calling her a side bitch. He was never really claiming her. But then DaniLeigh responds back with the receipts of how this man is bugging if he's really claiming that she's a side, because she had all the receipts that made it really look like they were in a relationship. But it got messy. It got nasty. A lot of words were exchanged over Instagram, and I don't really feel like reading or repeating most of what was said because I stay out of all that shit. But I do mention it just to say that me personally, I really don't think that people should be putting their business out on social media or the internet like that in general. If you're going through some shit, not everything is perfect, not everything is clean, but I don't think that the world needs to see it. You know what I mean? That whole thing could have went down, and shit, if that all went down and nobody knew about it, the world would have been okay. It's still a fucked up situation. He didn't need to put her business out there. Like, that's the mother of your kid. Like, if you got beef, I understand. But at the end of the day, that's the mother of your child. You decided to have a baby with this person. And because y'all have started a family together, I really don't think it's the smartest thing to put, your half of the family like that in this type of limelight. If the daughter grows up and finds that video, nobody wants to see that shit. It's really all unnecessary. And for the sake of what? Clout? Popularity? Like, DaBaby has been one of the biggest talked about artists within the past 2 to 3 years. And whenever there's a moment where you think he's fallen off or is gonna be forgotten about, he comes right back to let you know that no, he is very still relevant. And I understand he just dropped a project over the weekend, and I was like, I really hope this isn't promotion or like rollout for the project that he just dropped, because if that is the case, it's nasty. It is nasty. He did all of that, and at the end of the night, he posted a clip from a music video, which I don't know if that was released before or after the incident. I'm not sure. But he was promoting his music video off of his latest project after that whole thing. So if that whole situation was just promotion for that, that's pretty nasty. That's pretty nasty, especially to put, this woman under that type of light. I feel like if Amani or Darnell were here, they would talk about well, more specifically Imani. If she was here, she would probably talk about what women experience after giving birth. Like there's a term that's postpartum depression, and a lot of women go through that after giving birth to these beautiful babies. So we don't know what DaniLeigh was going through at the time. We don't know. There was some issues with her and DaBaby's other baby mother, which I won't get into, but it was just nasty on all sides. Everyone's family starting to get involved, and then it hit the internet. And I don't know, that's just nasty. But I don't like the fact that DaniLeigh is being shown in this light, even though I don't agree with everything that she does. First off, I don't like the fact that she says the N-word when she's white and Dominican. I don't appreciate that, no matter what your background is, to be completely honest with you. If I can't find a trace of black in there, I just shouldn't hear that coming out of your mouth. That's my personal opinion. So even though I don't agree with that, she still shouldn't be getting treated how she is being treated. And if it is how it is, like I said, that just shouldn't go on the internet. All right. I don't have much to say on that topic. I'd probably have so many jokes to say if everybody else was here. But since it's just me, I feel like if I was to make a bunch of jokes, it just wouldn't look right now. You feel me? It just wouldn't look right. So I'm not going to do that. So yeah, prayers for everyone involved. I hope that whole situation works itself out. DaBaby needs to stop all this negative attention, because you got to think about everything that he's been through. This situation, the Megan Thee Stallion situation, the fucking Rolling Loud situation when it was pretty much him versus the LGBTQ community. Like DaBaby has just been going through so much within the past 2 to 3 years, to knocking niggas out in malls to shooting people in Walmarts. Like DaBaby's doing a lot right now, and I don't know what type of man he is. I don't know that man. I don't. But if he is the, family man that he says he is, if he wants to be the best father available to his kids like he says he does, then I think he should try to also protect the other members of his family as well. Protect your kids, but protect the mother of your kids too. The hell? I feel like that's simple logic. Protect the mother of your kids too. All right, that's all I'll say on that, and then I'll move on. All right, so next thing I want to touch on is the Day in Vegas festival. This past weekend, there was a music festival in Las Vegas called Day in Vegas. Mad people were performing. I think it was a 3-day festival. Lil Baby was there. SZA performed. Snow Allegra was there. Kendrick was there, which was great. His set was amazing. I saw clips from his set. His set was so great. And it just makes me so excited for whatever new music he is planning to release, because that's definitely coming. If it's not coming at the end of the year, it is definitely coming within the first 3 years of 2022. First 3 months of 2022. I'm calling it. Kendrick is coming. SZA is definitely dropping before. I personally think that's why there's no news about Kendrick right now, because they're still trying to push SZA at that label. So once SZA drops, then I can finally prep for the Kendrick drop. But something else that happened at that festival was a little incident during Lil Uzi Vert's set. So first things first, he showed up late. And because he showed up late, the festival cut his set short, obviously, because you have a certain time you're supposed to run it for. So they cut his set short. But during his set, fans were trying to stop the show from going on because apparently people were fainting. And coming right off of the heels of this Astroworld tragedy, I feel like a lot of concert goers, if they see something similar like this starting to form or starting to happen, they're going to try to call it out immediately, and they're going to try to stop the show immediately. Now, is this everyone just trying to catch a viral moment, trying to be a hero if they see some shit going down? I don't know. But this is how Lil Uzi Vert reacted to the entire situation. He noticed a lot of people trying to stop the show, and he said, I don't take breaks. If it's getting bad, then leave. But if you don't want to leave, then stay. And that was pretty much his statement. And he continued on with the show. So I thought about that, right? And after thinking about it, artists like Lil Uzi Vert, artists like Travis Scott, Playboi Carti, these artists who make energetic music to rage or to party to, they've always been in that type of environment. Whether it's mosh pits, because mosh pits is new to hip hop. That's not really our shit. Hip hop doesn't do mosh pits. I just really think that's like a festival thing, to be honest with you. Hip hop doesn't claim mosh pits. But for these artists, since they became popular, this was the culture that they were used to. If you went to their earlier shows, they've been doing this from the jump. So even though it is sad to see how the Astroworld is turning out, artists like Lil Uzi Vert, who have always been used to that, I don't think they're going to change right away just because of this one event that occurred. This is the Astroworld tragedy, I think, is going to fuck up live performances for a lot of people for an extended period of time. I don't think anyone is really going to feel safe at these events. Everyone's been traumatized to the point where no one is going to want this to happen at their event. So I feel like artists are going to take more precaution, and, even the slight bit of fainting, they're going to want to stop the show. Like Amani said last week, Tiana Taylor did it. And I remember seeing clips that same week of SZA stopping a show because she wanted to make sure everyone was okay. And look, you got SZA and you got Tiana Taylor. Two artists where you wouldn't really mosh pit to their music, you know what I mean? But this event, like I said, has triggered every single person in this business. So now you can't take any chances. You can't take risks. You don't want these lawsuits coming your way. You don't. So now if you see any indication, you're going to stop the show. Like I said, Lil Uzi is not one of those people. He's been used to this. And what he said, I've been told that in a mosh pit. When I was at Rolling Loud, when I saw people getting, pushed and rumbled, this is before I got trampled, but I heard in the crowd, like, they were telling people, yo, if you can't fuck with the pig, get out, like, leave. Because everyone there, that's what they're there for, you know what I mean? So if you're not here for it, you just got to leave right now, because they're not going to stop it just because of like this one person who's not fucking with it. They're going to keep doing it. And so when Lil Uzi said that, it didn't really catch me off guard. It makes sense. But his reaction to when they cut his set short, when they cut his set short, he angrily threw his mic into the crowd. Like, he launched his mic into the crowd. I don't know if any of y'all have picked up a mic before, but even this mic that I'm recording with right now, if I was to launch it in a crowd of people, that hits you on the head, fam. You might get concussed. You might get knocked the fuck out. Just know this bitch will do damage to your head. You feel me? So I don't get it. I feel like artists just need to be more responsible with their actions. To refer back to the Astroworld tragedy, just to update it, the count was at 8 last week when we spoke. Unfortunately, it rose up to 10. So now 10 people have died from the event. Youngest being a 9-year-old last time I heard, which is extremely sad. Every time that I think about it, like I said, this event still like fucks me up to this day. And I just keep paying attention to seeing how the world reacts to everything. One by one, Travis Scott is losing all of his endorsements. And it's really sad because I'm just like, yo, this isn't really even Travis's fault. You know what I mean? Like, could he have stopped the show? Yeah. Stopping the show with 50,000 raging Travis Scott fans, how would they react to a stopped show? I don't know. Would it have been better to, just keep the show going and hoping the medical personnel do what they got to do? Maybe. But now if I have 50,000 angry people, who knows what'll turn out of that? So I don't know. Like, it's a really messy situation. You got to put blame on somebody. Somebody is to blame. So, of course, this being Travis Scott's event, he's going to have to take a good majority of the heat for this. But it's just sad because I don't know Travis Scott personally. But being a fan of his music throughout the years and just seeing how much he fucks with his fans, deep down, I feel like he's a good person. You know what I mean? And this whole event did a number on him. I already said he's probably not dropping his album when he said he was going to. I don't think you're going to see him in the public eye for a while. And everyone's calling for his cancellation. Well, not everyone, but everyone that's been affected and is upset over all of this, they're all calling for his cancellation. So you can just see how all that could affect a person. You know, everything's really unfortunate with these deaths. But everyone is just also so quick to throw blame on somebody. It's like when something happens, something traumatic happens, you just want to put the blame on somebody, and Travis is the scapegoat. So it is what it is. I do feel for the brother. Prayers for everyone involved still. But yeah, I just hope that everyone gets through it right. I just hope everybody gets through it right. Let's go ahead and just talk quickly about new music, because I'm not going to get too deep on my shit because I'm solo. So let's talk about the shit that keeps me in a happy space. You feel me? So let's talk about music that just recently dropped. All right. Yo, Silk Sonic dropped an album last weekend. It's called An Evening with Silk Sonic. If you don't know who that is, that's Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak. They made that single Leave the Door Open, which was on everyone's radios. Everybody played that shit, you know? We don't even hear music like that, but that shit, that's a certified classic. You can, and 5-10 years down the line, you're going to be able to play that somewhere, and it's going to take you back to a feeling. That's a fact. It's going to take you back to a feeling. And, you know, that's what I got with a good majority of this album. The album is, the album is 9 songs long, which is standard for this type of music. When I saw the number of tracks on the tape, I was just like, okay, that makes sense. That's enough songs to fit on a vinyl, like on one vinyl, so you don't have to go on 2. So I was like, okay. And back in the day, albums were really that short. LPs were that short, so it makes sense. Production, smooth, stellar. They play instruments, so they're not going to fuck around with production. It's going to sound great. I already know if those two go on tour together, I already know. Possibly sold out shows. And I really hope that they don't do arena tours, because Bruno Mars can easily do an arena tour, for sure. But with this type of album, I feel like it would be really dope if it was in a more intimate setting. So maybe fucking Bruno Mars, you can't put Bruno Mars in a fucking Paradise, or you can't put him in a House of Blues. Maybe Fenway can maybe be intimate. I could see Bruno and Anderson doing a little show at Fenway. That might be more intimate than TD Garden, where they would normally go to. I wouldn't want to see them do anything at Gillette, because I think that's too big. But Bruno Mars definitely has that type of pull. I want to see them perform in a small space. Get the vibes right. Somewhere where I can have my drink, have my lady thing on the side, and still not have to squint to see them on stage. You feel me? I want to be able to actually see them and have some room to dance, because they make some dancing music. You know what I mean? That type of R&B, I'll dance to that shit. Hey, that's some smooth music right there. So definitely check that out if you haven't had the opportunity to. My favorite song on it at the moment is either, because I have 2. So Smoking Out the Window and Fly As Me. Yeah. Juice WRLD, his camp, released a single on his behalf. The song is called Already Dead. And it was pretty eerie. It was pretty eerie for me to hear that, to be honest with you. More specifically, just the lyrics that were told. It felt very eerie because, he talks about death a lot in his music, but just hearing him say I'm already dead and things, and just kind of echoing that on. I was just like, oh, this is spooky. I don't know, it's spooky. I don't really know how I feel about that. And that's actually the first single on his upcoming album that's rumored to drop. Not rumored to drop, it's confirmed. That album is coming out in December. I believe December 10th to be exact. Let me just double check that. Yeah, December 10th, Juice WRLD is going to be coming out with his second posthumous album. I loved Legends Never Died, so I just hope his camp is able to do just as well on the second tape. I hope they're able to do just as well. You feel me? So look out for that. When that album comes back, I'll probably be emotional again. So we'll revisit it and go over it when it's time. All right. Now I'm going to go ahead and make a call. All right. Beautiful. How you doing today, bro?
I'm straight, my boy. What's the deal?
Now we doing good. For people that don't know, we got GMD Jets on the phone with us today. He decided to take a little time out of his day to talk to us. You know, we definitely got to connect with you. When you're back up in Massachusetts. I already talked to Jama. We're going to get all that straightened out the next time you're up here, because definitely want to get you on to talk about everything that you've been doing. You know what I mean?
For sure, bro. For sure. I appreciate you having me.
Yeah, for sure. So I called you because I wanted to talk about the project that you just dropped, right? Too Smooth. Right. Congratulations.
Too Smooth. Thank you, bro. Too Smooth out now for everybody who don't know, man. GMD Jets, biggest in charge, the biggest bro. Little everywhere, whatever.
Facts. Congratulations on that release. I was listening to that and I hit John immediately. I was like, yo. Boy improved. The boy improved, you feel me? I definitely, I liked the good majority of the tape.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate that for real.
Yeah, no bullshit. I loved a good majority of this tape. You didn't stay in just one lane, which I thought was incredibly dope. You experimented with different sounds, which was cool. I can tell you I got 3 favorite Johns on here.
Thank you.
Life I Chose.
Yep. They loving that one. That one's going up.
That one.
Shout out Bucks.
Yeah, that's the one for me. Homesick is another one.
Yeah, thank you.
And
that's my sleeper. That's my sleeper that I fuck with heavy, but I ain't know how much people is gonna like it.
Nah, that's the melody. You're good with the melodies. You're doing something right with the melodies. Yeah, you got that. And if I was to say a third track, it's the track with Greedy. Say Something.
Yeah, Say Something. So I know what you like. I know what type of Greedy's
nice.
Yo, GMD Greedy goes crazy. His bars is above people's head, bro. He said Pillsbury PM in the kitchen like a baker man. That's the average nigga's not saying that, bro.
Nah, facts. That's heat. So go ahead, just tell me about the makings of the project.
Yeah, man. So Too Smooth. If we want to be technical, from the first song I made that's on the project, you could say this tape's 3 to 4 years in the making, even before the first one even was released, if we're being technical. Yeah. I dropped songs. The song I have, the last song on it, the outro with my boy Leaf, that song's from 2017. So you know what I'm saying? I feel like my sound, as much as it's grew, I've stuck with it in a certain pocket that my fans appreciate. So I could pull a song from 4 years ago and it's still going to fit with the body of work I put out today. You feel me? Yeah. So I mean, it's the sequel to the first one. The fans really got to know me from the first one. I had a great feedback on that, so they was ready for the sequel. It's been year and a half in between. I really should have dropped it last year, but it didn't make sense. The time wasn't right. The music wasn't ready. So I pushed it back 1 more year, and here we are, bro. My biggest release to date.
Nah, shit. Hey, and it's doing what it needs to do, for sure.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
What I thought was really dope was when you linked up with the artist from Detroit. Because
shout out homies from Detroit.
Yeah, because honestly, the sound that they got buzzing right now, I think that you kind of fit well in that pocket. You being from the East Coast, not many people from the East Coast are hopping on the Detroit wave. You feel me, in terms of how they're doing music out there? So when I heard you with them, it didn't sound foreign. You know what I mean? It didn't sound like an outsider creeping in. It just sounded like a homie that lived down the block, a couple blocks over, just that came to visit. So I really thought that was dope. And whatever relationship you got over there, definitely keep that in tune, because I saw something when I when I heard that and the Flint and Massachusetts record too.
Right. Shout out Rio. Shout out Louis. Yeah, but that's the thing too. Is like, I mean, that's a whole other topic to have. But it's like people that don't listen to it that well, they don't even know that half of them artists is from Flint. Which, and like, if you talk to them, they just it'll be the difference between. You know what I mean? Like they break
I said
it down.
Detroit.
They're
My
like,
fault.
nah,
I meant Michigan.
Yeah, but it's good. No. But it's kind of one sound, bro. I know what you. Anybody would know what you meant.
Yeah.
But yeah, they take it more seriously. Like, if you went up to Rio and was like, "Yo, you're my favorite artist from Detroit," he'll be like, "Nah, bro, I'm from Flint."
Yeah, I meant to say Michigan. Yeah.
But it's good. It's good though. I know what you meant though, bro. It's like, but yeah, but shout out to the artists from Detroit too. It's a mix of both of them. You know, we got V's on there. V's, and then I was supposed to have the track with Babyface Ray. Didn't end up working out. Hopefully, I'm gonna get that with him before this year's over, maybe top of next year.
How'd you connect with the people out there?
It just started from being in LA, man. Like being in LA just made everything easier. Like, who was the first one I did? The first feature I ever did with anyone from Michigan was Casher Quan. He's from Detroit, and his just someone who's like was on the come up at the time, and I really liked his sound. And I thought his music was funny and shit. So I reached out to him, like he was around, and we was talking in the DM a lot, blah, 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 blah. He went on tour. We were supposed to shoot then. The tour got canceled because COVID. And I ended up linking with him in Miami. And then from him, it was just a chain effect. From him, I linked with TJ, did a song with both of them. Then, Rio, Y&J and Mike, shout out to Coochie, man, they came out here. I reached out to them, got with them, and then that's why I met Louis Ray. That helped me get the feature with him and Rio. It's just like a chain, you know what I mean?
Nah, facts.
And it's all organic, bro. Like, the vibes is good. Like, nobody's being weird. Like, you know what I'm saying? On that fan shit, we just kicking shit, bro. I've been said in another podcast I just did, I said, they're just like us, you feel me?
Mm-hmm.
They're not like, at least the Michigan dudes. None of them dudes gave me that Hollywood vibe. They should remind me of me and my niggas. Like, we just get high, we get money, you make music, bro. That's what we do.
Yeah, like that.
You feel me?
Nah, I feel you. Like, that pocket works. That's what I'm telling you.
And that's the thing, too, that I make clear. And people tell me, I get on those beats, and like you said, it sounded familiar. I'm not trying to rap like them, you feel me?
Yeah, that's my thing. That's my thing. Because, like, when I heard it, see, it's like, because when I heard it, like, where are you from originally?
New Bedford,
right?
508 all that 774.
Exactly. So I heard that, and I haven't heard any of the other like Flint artists before. Like I haven't heard that, but I heard the sound. So like when I heard it, I was just like, oh, okay. You would think that some people from Michigan, that's their unique style, but then when you hear more artists from there, you're just like, oh no, this is just what the culture is like, So when you hear people rapping like that, that's how you know they're from where they're from. So that's why when you got
that shit's impressive.
Exactly. Paving so that's why when I got them, on it and I got you, I'm able to clearly hear, this is literally Massachusetts and Michigan linking up, and it sounds like that. You feel me?
Yeah, for sure.
Which is why I think that's
they're not trying to rap like me. I'm not trying to rap like them. We just like the same beats. You feel me?
Yeah, that works, bro. That definitely works. So I definitely want to shout out to you with that.
Yeah, shout out all the guys, man. Appreciate all the love I got from all of them, bro. They helped me a lot. You feel me?
Yeah. Grace is also fire. The glove is fire.
Thank you, bro. So I see you like the lyrical shit too.
Yeah, Money Clip is smooth. I like lyrical and melodies, but
yeah, me too.
When you're able to intertwine both, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's another thing too. That I think it's under like appreciated in rap is like, if you really look at the rap game, we take the 100 biggest artists. Like it'll probably take us a little bit to write that down, but or even the top 25. Most of those people are gonna be in one lane. Either you rap or you do melodies, and chances are you're not any good at the other. But there's a few people in this game that's really good at both. Feel me? Like the Drakes, Juice WRLD. I think was the Juice WRLD and Drake. I think is close to who's the best of that can do both lanes. Even someone like Trippie Redd or like,
facts.
You know what I mean? People who could really, really spit on like a New York type of like boom bap beat, and then they can also get an auto-tune song, put that shit in key, and go crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard, bro. It's more impressive and it goes underappreciated. But I ain't tripping. I ain't looking for compliments.
Nah, facts for sure. So what's your goal right now with everything that you're doing? You just dropped the release. Are you kicking back for a little bit? What's next?
Hell no. I'll announce it on this podcast. I'm gonna do a collab tape in December.
Word.
with my boy Prophet. I'm dropping another one, 3 projects, and
Hey,
4 and 5.
Prophet Fire too. Shout out to Prophet.
Yeah, shout out
Hey,
to my brother Prophet, man. He's super tough, man. I'm trying to get him back in his bag right now. You feel me? I'm trying to
that
get
could
him
be
out that. Ugh.
tough.
You know what I'm
That could
saying?
be
He's nasty,
tough.
bro. He's nice. He gonna be like Mello. Remember when Mello fell back and everyone was like, "Oh," you know what I'm saying, and then he came back and he's killing, and now they're like, "Oh yeah, he was
Yeah,
tough the whole
facts. Once he
time."
threw his hoodie on, right?
All right, do it. That he about Prophet about to just throw the hoodie on. He about to go crazy. That nigga's nasty. But I told him, I said, bro, I want to do a whole tape with you, bro. He's like, where? I'm like, yeah. Not like surprised, but probably just thought it was random. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, damn, you want like, yeah? I'm like, yeah, let's go, bro. We make the song we had was the 3rd most played song on my tape.
Hey.
Yeah, for sure, bro. So I know the people fuck with it. He sent me a beat the other day. I was just chilling in my room, like literally, like right now. I was about to take a shower. I put it on my TV, wrote the whole verse in like. He already had a verse, wrote the whole verse in like 25 minutes. So we got 1 song done already. Probably making like 6 songs, 7-song tape.
Heard. You still stay out in LA?
For sure.
So
I'm in LA right now.
What's the response been like back home to your music?
Back home in my town or people in LA?
Nah, in your town. Back home. Like
Oh, my
Massachusetts.
town, yeah. They're loving it, bro. I'm getting what I told like people that I'm close to was like, I was like, I would rather 10 people text me and tell me like, yo, I heard this song on the tape and I really fuck with it and I like that you said this bar, which basically just tells me they really went out their way to hear my shit, rather than me have 100 tags when I wake up the day it drops and I got 100 things to repost on my IG story. I don't give a fuck about that.
Nah,
you feel me? I just want to know that people's really listening to my shit, bro. I don't care about the likes, none of that. I just want the feedback and the interaction and the actual people that actually really like my shit. You feel me?
Yeah.
That's all this shit's about, bro. I just want people to hear my music, bro. That's all I care about. I'm trying to, hopefully 2021, I can get onto a tour. I'm trying to speak it into existence right now and make it happen in a couple other ways. But that's what I'm shooting for right now.
All right, word. Yeah, definitely keep that up, bro. Definitely keep that up because I feel like hip hop was heading in a direction where it's being heavily dominated by the melodies. You know what I mean? But with you, you're able to incorporate not only the melodies but the lyrics as well. So like for the spitters out there, it's like a little something for everybody. You know, like I was able to
people
bounce around the whole type because I like different variations of hip hop, but you were
bro,
able
like
to touch on a lot of them. You know?
I got exactly, bro. I can listen to DaBaby and then listen to Biggie. You feel me or whatever? Like,
facts.
I really wanted to say something, but like literally, but I can literally listen. I can listen to. I don't really like. I can listen to like Nas and then listen to Future back to back, bro. You feel me? I love the whole spectrum of this shit, bro. They ain't really a lane of rap that I don't like. So yeah, people like us, bro. That's what we want, bro. We want to hear the serious rap track, get me in that bag, and then you want to hear the fun track when you out having a good time with the people. You feel me?
Yeah.
And that's what it's about, bro.
Facts. All right, so last thing that I just want to leave with the listeners, what do you want them to take from this tape?
From this tape, I just want you to understand me better. You feel me? Like when you listen to my music, you're gonna learn about me. I'm not just saying things, you know what I mean? I'm really telling you, getting deeper into me. So I want y'all to see where I'm coming from, and anybody that relates to that, I want you to feel it and use my music to, you know, deal with that, man, because that's what I do, bro. You feel me?
Yeah.
I like to put my shit through I like pain music, bro. That's what I be telling people, like, I like pain. So I want y'all to grow me and just keep fucking with me because I got new music coming. I'm just getting better every day. You feel me?
Word. Are you doing any videos at all?
Oh yeah, we about to drop the video on me, Tegan, Skizzy, and Swaggy Perk. We're about to drop that off the tape. Probably like 2 days. I put the little snippet on my IG. It's up there right now.
Is that 100 plays?
Yeah, nah, not 100 plays. My bad, because we switched the name of the song last minute. Back and forth.
Oh, word. All right,
back
word.
And
yeah.
Forth. We about to drop the back. We about to drop the back. We about to drop the back and forth video. That's coming this week, 100%. Right. So look for that.
Bet I'll check that out.
I appreciate you having me, bro.
Yeah, no bullshit, bro. Definitely for your videos. You got a lot of good storytelling music too. You got good storytelling music. So yeah, definitely if you like taking advice, definitely put that storytelling in there. I think you could create something dope with that.
I think that's one of my strong points in this rap shit.
For sure,
bro. That's what the feedback I get from people.
That's why I was able to feel the melodies. That's why I was able to like Life I Chose is probably my favorite on the whole tape. And I love that Money clip come right after that. But like obviously second to that is Homesick. So like obviously a lot of melodies, but like you're doing something right with that. So definitely keep that going.
Thank you, my brother. Yo, I appreciate you, man. Seriously, it's an honor to be on here, bro. I'll be watching y'all shit too.
Hey, I appreciate that, bro. Just trying to put on for
God,
everybody.
keep winning at what you're doing too.
Facts, good looks, bro. I appreciate that.
I don't know what we gonna call it, but the Deluxe is on the way. I don't know. Maybe you can help me come up with the name, bro.
Got you. I won't announce that on here, but I got you. $1 million ideas. You
okay, I appreciate. I appreciate that. Yo, stay, man. Thanks for having me. I'm gonna be in touch with you soon.
All right, bet. Be easy, brother.
You too.
All right, peace. That was just GMD Jets. Go ahead and check out his latest project, Too Smooth. It's on streaming platforms everywhere. He's an artist coming out of New Bedford, Massachusetts. He's really dope, really talented. So yeah, make sure y'all stay connected. Yeah, I'm just gonna call people. Yo, Tyler, how you doing, brother?
What's good, fam?
I'm doing good. Folks, we got Tyler Loyal on the phone. You came in to check in with us. I appreciate you, brother. How you been? It's been a minute since we talked.
I'm good, man. I'm good, bro.
Word, you got a project coming out this Friday?
Hell yeah, man. I got Nova mixtape dropping on Friday.
Yeah, it's been
Thursday
you came
night.
back quick, right? I feel like you just dropped
man.
it when you decide, and you're already back with something else.
I don't think that's quick, man. It took I took a legit year break without dropping anything, really.
It's been a year? No way, it's been a year since when you decided.
Yeah, I dropped when you decided November 2020.
Oh shit, that's crazy.
Word,
It's been a year? Damn, niggas, I'm still playing that shit. Good for you. Damn,
Yeah,
I bet. So it's been a year.
I'm excited, man.
Yeah.
I can't wait for all y'all to hear it, especially you, bro, because I know you was actually fucking when you decide. I want to know which songs you're gonna rock with off this project.
All right, so give me some prep. Talk to me about the project. What should we expect?
You should expect definitely some experimentation. It's about 8 songs on it. The intro is probably the most like different song that I've created so far. I think like it's like it's kind of like a Nirvana, Smells Like Teen Spirit type of sound, but like in my own R&B Tyler Loyal type shit. You know how that goes, but I don't know. You know, it's just a lot of experimentation. There's the second song called Anemic. That shit's like probably the hardest, quote unquote, hardest type of song that I've made so far. So I'm curious how people are gonna take to that shit too.
Anemic? When you say hardest, like you rapping or like I'm gonna call my ex hard?
I'm rapping, I'm like singing rapping, but like it's the way that I was like using my voice. It was just in a harsher, you know.
All right.
Hustle mode type song.
Bet. So was this a project that you were working on the last time we talked? Because last time when we did our interview, you were saying how yeah, you're about to drop When You Decide, but you already have this other project that you think is like much more.
Nah, so that one, I like. So basically, my process has got a little skewed since then. But like, bro, but When You Decide, I literally probably had like I've been recording every day since then. I probably have made about say 600 songs since then.
Yeah, Fitz told me your bank is crazy.
Yeah, my vote is ridiculous. But like actual songs that I'm gonna end up using for something or could potentially use, I probably got 50 of them.
Okay.
So like that's still a lot though, like a lot of options. That's been my biggest fucking like tribulation so far, dealing with this just having an overload of music. It's hard for me to pick which songs to put out. Like I wish I could do like some big ass listening event with anybody who fucks with my music and just have them pick that shit.
You need help sound that up?
Yeah, shit, that would be cool too.
You trying to do that? You trying to do that next time you're back in Massachusetts?
Of course, bro.
All right. Yo, I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this on air, right? If you give me a month notice when you plan on dropping something, I could set something up in that matter of time. You just got to give me the heads up.
Say no more, bro.
Because best believe I would love to curate an event, a listening type of event for something like that. You already know I get the vibes rocking. You feel me?
Nah, for sure. Hell yeah.
Duce on deck. Shorty's on deck. You got to set the vibes right. All right. So, right, I see with this tape, I see on the credits that you're producing more. Right? You're producing more. Yeah. Tell me about that, because I know you produced Mind Your Business, which is still hard. Probably one of the most underrated tracks that came
for real, bro.
out of the probably the most underrated track that came out of the state last year.
For real.
And you had a good hand on the production in that. So like, tell me what the process was like when you were producing for this tape.
So when I was working on When You Decide, I was like trying to learn. Like, I knew the basics of how to produce, but I was really trying to learn and experiment and like, just gain more knowledge on in that field. So like, I feel like in that whole, within like 4 months after dropping it, like I hit this crazy stride where I just figured out how to really make beats for myself.
Word.
So like this project, I produced about 5 songs out of 8. Some of them I co-produced with other people. I think like 3 of the songs I made by myself for the most part. And I used to stress heavily about beats. I think I might have said that on the last interview we did, but like I used to just be tripping like, damn, I don't have no beats. What the fuck am I gonna do?
So my man made himself some beats.
Exactly. Made myself some beats, and it's been good. My only struggle with production now is drums. Like I usually just make the melodies, find what melodies I like, samples and shit, and then I go to some other producer that I know and just have them add drums to it. Yeah, so most of the time I just lay out a whole song with no drums, and then the drums get added later.
Yeah, no bullshit. Those are the songs I'm most excited for. The ones where you're producing it on your own, because I think like I really do think you got a unique and original sound. You know what I mean? Especially coming out of here. So if you're producing a good majority of your music, then I know the music, like, because I like your style. So like, if I know you're handling a good majority of your production, I'm probably gonna like a good chunk of what I'm gonna hear. So that's what's up. Now I'll be honest with you. We're kind of flying in blind with this tape, because the first single y'all gave us was like Psycho, and that wasn't like the other shit that you dropped.
Yeah, that was different for me too.
That was that track was an extremely different track. So we kind of flying in blind, but that's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing at all.
It's risky. I'm nervous too. That's what I'm saying. Like this project is kind of different for me. Like it's a bunch of different vibes. Every song sounds different than the last one. Like.
Yeah, but sometimes you need to take that risk to get you to the next level. You know what I mean? No artist is made about playing safe.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. This one is really like from my fans for real, and just people who like my music, and just to gauge the audience to see what songs cater to what people who fucks with what. It will give me more insight on and ways I can create after this. So
for sure.
But I have like I said, bro, I actually can't wait to play you some shit when we get to link up, because like I feel like there's a bunch of songs in the vault that you're gonna trip over. You're gonna be bugging out like, yo, bro, you gotta drop this right here.
Facts. So you're gonna play that shit in front of me, and then I'm gonna be tight at you, because I'm gonna be like, why are you holding on to this shit?
Exactly.
Niggas wants to play me music just to get me tight, because I'm gonna be tight once I hear it. You feel me?
Yeah, for real.
Crazy shit. What song are you? I know you said Anemic was probably the hardest that you went on it, but like, in your opinion, one, what's your favorite song? And two, what song you think is going to be the one off this tape?
That's a good question. So I think my personal favorite song has to be either the intro or the outro.
Oh.
The outro is called Struggle Baby.
Yeah.
So my personal favorite is one of those. It's more like just me, spilling my emotions and shit. Talking my shit. But then like, I honestly, like, we've been debating about this shit, but I really feel like the fan favorite is going to end up being the 6th song or 7th, I think. 6th song. It's called, I'm lying, it's the 7th song. Second to last song. It's called After the Club, yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like some you shit.
Yeah, it's like it's kind of bouncy, like it got the 808s. It's me flowing on some smooth, flowy shit. Like, I think people gonna like that one.
All right, word.
Yeah.
You still in New York?
Nah, I literally just got back to Boston like a couple hours ago.
Oh, so you out here?
Yeah, bro, I just got back. Like, I just touched down.
Oh, that's crazy. Damn.
Yeah.
When you leaving?
I think I'm gonna be out here till like middle December.
Oh, nigga, we can do this. What you talking about?
Yeah, bro, for real.
Oh, let's set something up. I'll talk to you after this. Yeah, let's set something up. That means we can do this. Bet. You already said that this is going to be something new and exciting for you, right? So last thing I want just from you, what do you want people to take from this tape? What do you want them to learn about Tyler Loyal after listening to this project? One, obviously, that my man is here to stay. That's a fact.
Exactly.
That is a fact. But what else?
Man, I just want, I want my respect, bro. Like, I've been putting in work on this music shit, I think longer than most artists, bro. And, I feel like I really took the time to perfect my craft, and it shows. Like, you hear this tape, you'll know, this kid is different. Everything sounds extremely professional. I'm in a different league, and then in a different mode, for myself, just,
Nah, for sure. I can't wait. I
want that acknowledgement, man.
Yeah, I can't wait. What's called, you're one of the R&B acts out here I champion the most, so... So I'm definitely looking out for that, and shit. I won't tell you if it's mid. I won't, but I know it's not going to be.
Nigga, you gotta keep this shit 100 with me too, bro. I want real solid opinion. Bro.
All right, bet. Just know that I'm not no yes man. So if you want an honest opinion, I'm gonna give you an honest opinion. You feel me?
Good. Hell yeah.
All right, bet. I'm gonna check in with you and Fitz since you're gonna be out here for a while. We'll definitely make something happen. All right.
Say no more, family.
All right, brother. You be easy. Have a wonderful night. All right.
Yes, sir. All right, bro.
Peace. All right, that was Tyler Loyal. Shout out to him. Stopping by, say what's up to the gang. Yeah, we got to get Tyler Loyal on the show now. What the hell? Last time we did an interview was out of the studio, and we said, once they're back out here, we're going to try to get them in. So we're definitely going to do that. So stay tuned for that. I'll be excited for that episode. I'm sure Monty and Darnell will be excited for that too when the time comes. Anything else that I want to touch on before I head out of here? I'll be honest, I think it was after talking to our guests. I'm all right with doing this on my own, Kat, how am I doing? I'm doing all right, better say. Right. Yeah, I don't normally do this, so this is something new for me. I think whenever something happens to one of us, I'm always down to just be like, okay, everyone take an off day. But I was just in the area, so I felt like, why not do this? I haven't really done this on my own, but I feel like I have to get comfortable enough being in this type of space where I can conduct things on my own. So, we did a shot in the dark, and here we are. I think things went pretty smooth, and hopefully everybody listening enjoyed it as well. I didn't get much jokes off in this episode, and I think that's good because honestly, I look to Darnell and Amani to check me on so many things. So if you just give me a wide open platform with a wide open lane and no one to correct me, there's so many ways I can take things, you feel me? And, for the sake of this episode, I think I'm going to just call it a day. You know what I mean? But what I will say, a couple of things. DaBaby, you're whack. You a clown for doing everything that you did to DaniLeigh. DaniLeigh, you were also a clown because you know what DaBaby was before getting involved in all that shit. And you still went through all that shit, and you say nigga, so I don't know, you a clown for that as well. I think after that I can get into my reality check, and then we can get into some music. All right, so let's see. For my reality check, I think what I'm gonna leave with the people is just a mental health check-in. I had a conversation with my best friend over the week, and she checked in and she was just like, yo, how are you doing? And I gave my normal statement. I'm doing good. I'm doing all right. Every day is a battle. Every day is a constant fight, but I'm grateful for every time I wake up. That's my normal go-to when somebody asks, how am I doing? And, she said, I feel like it's a front. And obviously, it can be a front. You ask everyone every day how they're doing, and whether they're doing good or bad, they're going to tell you they're doing good. They're going to tell you they're doing bad. Just for the sake of not trying to have a conversation about it. Because, you know, I feel like that's just part of small talk. How are you? Good. And you? And we continue on with our lives. But then when you take a second to actually check in with whoever you're checking in with, they might open up to you and actually want to talk to you about something that's going on in their lives. And I was appreciative that she went ahead and did that for me, because she got me to open up. She got me to say some things about how I've been feeling within the past couple of months. And it was interesting saying everything out loud for the first time, because I've always had conflicting thoughts. I've always had just these feelings in me for a while, but I already learned how to cope with them. I already know how to deal with them. So I kind of just go on life off of that. But, you know, just saying everything out loud, everything that seems normal, no, not normal, but everything that just seems like another day to me, but just saying it out loud, it felt different. It felt different. I was able to acknowledge a lot of what I've been experiencing and what those things may be attributed to. And it was just great for that check-in. I'm already self-aware. I'm already self-conscious. But sometimes you just need to lay your ideas and thoughts out on paper. Because if you're like me, somebody who overthinks a lot, somebody who overanalyzes a lot, sometimes there's so many thoughts that you can have in your head where you may have certain thoughts and they'll just get lost in your brain. They might resurface someday, but oftentimes they're just lost in the back of your head. But when I was actually able to just put all those thoughts out on paper, I was able to connect a lot of dots, and I was very appreciative for that. So my reality check to everybody out there is just to, you know, have a little mental health check, whether it's with yourself or with a loved one. Just have a check-in, because I think it's very important. Nobody's life is easy. Not everyone's life is difficult, but for a good majority of everyone, I feel like life isn't easy. And because life isn't easy, I feel like it's very easy for us to kind of just compartmentalize and just close everything in and move on with our day, because we don't want to be the ones to complain because everyone else isn't complaining. So because everyone else isn't complaining about their life, why should I complain about my life? That's kind of, you know, the mindset that we have. So we just keep a lot of shit to ourselves. But I think it's really important to just check in. You got people out there that's willing to hear you out. You know, even if it's something to you, like, that might be dumb. Like, oh, what's pissing you off today? Bitch took my parking spot. The fuck? The fuck, just saying something simple like that could just release some energy that might have been pent up in you. So definitely, I just want to go ahead and pass that on to everybody else. It's really important. I feel like there's not everyone can afford therapy, which sucks. And if you really think about it, a therapist is just somebody who's really good at rephrasing a story. If you want to be completely honest with you, therapists are just amazing storytellers. They're just gonna give you the same. And I'm not downplaying therapy. I think therapy is beautiful and amazing and can give you so many epiphanies if you really pay attention to it. But if you really want to, like, come down to it, a therapist is an amazing listener that knows how to rephrase a story very well. And some people stop going to therapy after finding the solution that they already knew, but they just had to hear it from somebody else. So, you know, it's always good to go to a medical professional, but, you know, you could always get some form of that through your loved ones as well, because you could be going through some shit, and I'm pointing at the camera because I'm pointing at myself because I'm talking to myself right now. But you could be going through some shit and you know exactly what the issue is. You know exactly where it starts from. You know exactly what to change and how that could change it, but you're just stuck. And sometimes you just need the hand to grab on and pull you out. And sometimes that hand could be a loved one. So I check in with your peeps. Not everyone's able to do it on your own. So yeah, check in with a loved one. All right. That's my reality check. All right, now let's get into our vibe of the week, which I guess is a singular one vibe. I said I was going to play R&B for the remainder of the year, and it's crazy. Oh my goodness, I did not talk about Kanye West. Wow, that is crazy. I didn't get to talk about Kanye West. How much time do I got? I got a little time. All right, quick little spiel about Kanye West. He dropped the Deluxe of Donda. And honestly, everybody needs to walk back their statement about Donda versus CLB. Because let's be honest, did Way Too Sexy work? Did it work, really? We hear it everywhere. They shove it down our throats. It's on every social media platform. You might hear it in the club, but when you really, really come down to it, did Way Too Sexy really do what it needed to do? I don't know. I don't know personally. And after that, what else is the best song on CLB? No, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of great songs on CLB, but if we're just talking about thematically and if we're talking about the project as a whole, after Way Too Sexy, what did Drake try to do after that? Girls Want Girls. Yeah, he's a lesbian. Shout out to him. That was new facts that I learned. That's cool. Knife Talk is cool. The joint with Trav was cool. There's not much else. But with Donda, and especially with the Deluxe, I know I'm biased. I'm a Kanye West fan, but I'm also a Drake fan. So I kind of feel like I'm not biased. But with this Deluxe, I was able to get, finally, the released version of Kanye West and Andre 3000, The Life of the Party track. I was finally able to get that on streaming platforms. Beautiful. He made some changes to the mixing, which is great because now I play the Deluxe on my speakers and it sounds beautiful. Fabio is still hands down one of the best verse on that album. He also changed the order of the album, which I thought was incredibly dope. And now I'm just liking, it's crazy. There's 32 songs on this album, and I probably like a good 30. That's good, in my opinion, if you want me to keep it a buck with you. Out of all the new songs that he added, my favorite two out of the new songs that he added, my favorite two were Remote Control Part 2, which just adds a new Cudi verse and has an extended outro. But that just made the song so much better, in my opinion. Thug floated all over that, and I didn't really start appreciating Remote Control until recently. But nah, that is a fire song. Another dope song that I thought was on this Deluxe was Never Abandon Your Family. And I can tell when Kanye made that song, I think he made that in the brinks of his breakup with Kim. I can definitely hear a lot of personal stuff on that song. I connect to a lot of this album. There's some great soulful joints off this tape, and I really connect with it. If you're not a Kanye West fan, I get it. But a lot of people were bashing the man when the tape came out. I just think it's been a couple of months. Everyone can revisit the album, maybe with fresh ears, and just listen to it for what it is. Because I think Kanye, after doing Yay and Jesus is King or whatever that gospel album was, to come back with this at 40 something, mind you, Kanye is 40 something years old competing with still all of the top dogs in hip hop. So I don't know, some type of respect got to come out of that. So yeah, go check out Donda and check out Ye. Man went crazy during his Trump phase. We get it. It is what it is. Man, still make good music if you want me to keep it a buck with you. All right, cool. Now, for my vibe of the week, I am going to take it back, actually, and play something off of Don Toliver's album. Because I don't like how that album came out and everybody moved on the week after. That's a trend going on in hip-hop, just maybe music in general. But it's happening a lot in hip hop. I won't talk about it now. Maybe I'll talk about it next week. But there's a trend going on where there's so much music. The music market is literally oversaturated with releases every single week, where now you might get a fire release from your favorite artist. and they'll be hot for that 1 or 2 weeks. But then by the time the next project drops by the next big artist, they're going to move on. And I don't like that we're doing that. That's been happening a lot in 2021 and 2020. At the end of the year, with like next month, when I have to do the end of the year wrap up with Darnell and Omani, that's going to be hard because I'm going to have to pull back all of the albums I dropped this year that were forgotten about. And if you really want to think about it, almost every major player in the game came out with an album this year. So that's going to be a really tough conversation because there's definitely going to be a lot of forgotten projects that you didn't remember until we bring it up. Smooth R&B vibes all around. Make you want to roll something, sip something, grab your significant other, maybe go on a little night drive and just vibe out. What? My night drives are the only thing I miss about living in the South Shore. You can't really do night drives in the city, you know? It's different out here, unfortunately. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this episode. I wanted to thank you if you actually sat through and listened to the kid talk for however long that was. Shout out to y'all for sitting through and talking. I honestly didn't know if I was going to talk for this long. So shout out to me as well. We're doing big things over here. Shout out to Kat for holding it down. You know, I appreciate you. You already know. But yeah, we'll come back next week, hopefully with Amani and Darnell, and give you the same type of shenanigans, and we'll probably cover everything that I missed because it was mad shit that I didn't talk about. It's mad shit I don't talk about. Think about me. Dev doesn't care about much shit. But so that's why I don't bother talking about much shit. But yeah, it's been fun. Check us out, urbanproduct.com, at the Urban Product on all socials. Hit us up for merch. You already know. And yeah, it's been your boy DME. You've been listening to the Urban Product, and we will go ahead and catch y'all next week. Love.